Alright guys, for this week we're going to be talking about light painting, which is a way to use a light and get a cool effect like this. So let's go inside and I'll show you how to do this. Alright, so there's only a few things you need to start doing long exposure photography. What you need is a few lights. I have a green laser pointer and a little red light. So let's shine the camera with this laser pointer. I might have got it, might not, but the laser pointer and this, you can use any light you have. A flashlight works just fine. Even the flash on your phone, if you can turn that on, that'll work just fine. You need a camera with manual exposure, and you need a dark room. So these lights will be able to go down and it'll be pretty dark in here, so that's why I'm in here. And the exposure I have is 30 seconds, and that'll give you enough time to do whatever you want in your design. I'm going to start like waving my arms around. And that'll just allow you to have fun with this, and you'll be able to make cool designs like the one I showed you at the beginning of this video. So we're going to go ahead and do that and fast forward through this and just cut to the end and show you the results, because it's going to be pretty boring just me standing in the dark waving my arms around. You won't see anything anyways. So one more thing is that I don't have a shutter release, so I'm going to set the timer for 5 seconds. That'll give me enough time to run over here and start waving my arms around. And that's all you should do. You just be set. I have it set 30 seconds, f4, ISO 100, so I can keep the noise down and it'll be nice and sharp. So what I'm going to go for is a kind of a red effect on this side and green effect on this side, so it'll be kind of like patterns and stuff kind of clashing into each other. So it'll be really easy and really simple. So I'm going to do a few, and then we'll meet you in the computer to go over these pictures. Alright, so we're here in the computer, and before I get started on showing you the pictures, I want to say one more thing about actually setting up your camera, and that is that I recommend staying in manual focus, because when you're in dark conditions, the camera kind of doesn't know what to do, so it messes up. So it's easier just to focus manually and set it, and so you don't have to deal with the camera not knowing what to do. And that's just something that I always do when I don't think the camera can handle focusing. I just do it myself because it's just easier. So that's pretty much it for that. And actually, as I was taking pictures, my red light ran out, so I only got about 2 pictures with the red light, but they actually came out pretty cool. So I'm going to show you some that I've done before and just show you what cool things you can do. So this, let me go to this one. This is the first one I took, and as you can see, it's just a whole bunch of, it's kind of a mess, but it looks cool. And it's just something that I just literally just flailed my hands around and just kind of got this cool design, and I think it's cool. It's cool to look at, and it's cool that you can do this with your camera, and cool that you can just do it with a flashlight, and any flashlight really. So this is just really simple and just kind of a basic thing to do. And then I got this one second, and I actually shot the laser pointer right into the camera, which probably wasn't a good idea, but it's not gonna hurt it. And I got this really cool flare, and it just kind of gives it a really cool effect. And with the red in there, I think it works really well. And then there's a big circle around it, and there's just a lot of components to this that make it really cool. And then I'll show you something that I've done before. This is probably the first picture I think I've ever done. And this one, I was looking at it, and the light is on in my room and the TV's on, so it looks like I did this one during the daytime. I think I closed the shutters on my windows, but it seemed to work okay. It's pretty overexposed, but I did manage to get a long exposure and do a cool design, and it's kind of cool. And then you can also do some drawing or writing with this. So it was around Christmas time, so I decided to draw a Christmas tree, and the tree actually came out pretty good, but the star is a little bit down, and I think I wasn't tall enough, but it still looks cool nonetheless. And I also have this cool green like lava lamp thing, and it gave the room a nice blue effect and kind of gave it a nice ambiance. And another thing with this is that if you keep moving, you won't show up in the picture, but I was just standing here drawing the pictures, so as you can see, I showed up because I was doing a long time on this star, so I showed up with my arm in the air because I'm just standing there for like probably 5 seconds, so I showed up in the picture. And sometimes it's a cool effect, sometimes it's not. So if you don't want to be in the picture, you need to remember that you need to keep moving around so the camera can't catch you. And if you stand in one spot, it's going to be able to gather enough light to detect that you're there, so you're going to show up in the picture. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're taking these kind of pictures. So
again, you could just write, you could draw, you can do that kind of stuff. Take some practice, and you need to know that when you write, it's going to be backwards, so that's really hard to do. But it's possible. Or you could just flip the picture. That's what I would do, because that's a lot easier. So we'll get into the last picture, which is one that's my favorite, and it's the same shoot as the one before with the Christmas tree. And this one, I just went crazy and just kept going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny. And again, I have the same green light, so it gives it even more green. And I'm using a green light. It's not the laser pointer. This is a different flashlight. And actually, it's a flashlight on one end and a glow stick on the other. So that's why when you look here, there's like a big trail. So glow sticks work really well because you can get cool effects like this, where it's like almost like a, I don't know, but it's cool. And so yeah, you just need to practice with this full round. You never really mess up unless you get like a lot of light and it screws up the picture, but other than that, you can't really mess up, and it's really fun, and you can get some really cool effects. So that's about it for this week's photo tip of the week. And to get more of these videos, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Twitter at Gunzo3303 so that you know when I upload these and my other videos. Check out some of my other stuff and follow me on Google+, like me on Facebook. I have a Facebook photography page. That'd be awesome if you can like that. Also check out my website, and most importantly, subscribe, like, and comment. That'd be awesome. Like this video, comment down below, and of course subscribe like I said before. So that's it for this week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.